Hi, first graders. This is Miss Baker. I wanted to share with you a poem that I recently found in a magazine that arrived at my house a few days ago. The poem is called A Stoplight Song, and it's going to lead us into a word study activity where we really focus on two very important long I spelling patterns. So let's start just by reading this poem. It is written by a kid who is in the backseat of a car, just paying close attention to the things that they see looking out the window when they're stopped at a red light. So here we go. Red light, work site. Builders climb to dizzy heights. One looks down and waves hello. Green light, gotta go. Red light, on the right, a truck is stuck, its wheels caught tight. Help arrives to give a tow. Green light, gotta go. Red lights, endless sights, zooming cars and soaring kites. Can't stay long to watch the show. Green light, gotta go. So you might have noticed there are quite a few words in this poem with long I sounds. Long I says its name, I, and we have two just in the first line, red light and work sight. So we're going to focus on these two spelling patterns, IGH and a magic E pattern, consonant I, consonant E, or ITE in the case of the long I with the T sound. So what I'm going to do is open up my word study notebook, or Maeve's word study notebook, to the next blank page, and I'm going to set this up with these two spelling patterns. So to some people who are not familiar with this long I spelling pattern, it looks really strange, and you might have run into some problems trying to read words with that spelling pattern because it looks like it should say ight. So learning this spelling pattern can really help you to decode long I words. Once you get the hang of this pattern and know that IGH actually says I, you'll start to recognize it right away. And this one probably looks more familiar. This is a magic E pattern. Sometimes I do this in my class to just remind us. So this magic E is coming over here and telling this vowel to say its name, I. Some might be wondering, why on earth does that say I? Well, English is a mix of many different languages because of history and wars and all kinds of things. So that IGH pattern comes from a different language originally. So we have some pretty oddball spelling patterns in English for that reason. We're going to do a making words activity, and the way that it goes, I'm going to start with this beginning sound because it's in our poem and it's a special one. It actually works with both of these spelling patterns. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the beginning sound and then I'm going to write the spelling pattern, IGHT. And then I'm going to draw a little picture to show that I know what it means. When you're making words today, you'll probably know what most of them mean, and some of them you might need to ask somebody or put a little question mark and come back to it later when you get a chance to check in with a teacher or a parent. So this word sight means like your sense of sight. So I'm going to just draw an eyeball to remind myself. This is also the word sight, but this is more, this means a place. So this one will be a little bit trickier to draw. I think maybe I'll draw a construction site, or I might write in parentheses, a place. If you are reading a mystery, you might say the site of the crime. So I guess I'll just draw really quickly a little. This is a tractor. Construction site. What I'm going to ask you to do in your word study notebook is to set up your notebook like I did, and then go ahead and make a list of beginning sounds. So I'm going to ask you to try F and N and FR and L, T, R, S, L, F, L, and BR with the IGHT spelling pattern. And on this side, this very first one's a little bit tricky. I'll just write it down. I think this word has another meaning, but this is Sprite is a type of soda, or like a drink that you can buy at the grocery store. It's not super healthy for you. It's got a lot of sugar in it. That's why I'm doing uppercase S, because it's the name of a product. But try these ones. So K, W, H, Q, U, because Q doesn't go anywhere without U, B, and this is a tricky word. See if you can figure out what it means, SP. Try these ones with the ITE pattern and see what words you can make. Have fun with this word study activity. And when you are done, I would like you to look back at the website. I will post some pictures of this poem. Go back and reread this poem with your new, deeper understanding of these two long I spelling patterns.